Okay, I'm back. It's not bedtime yet. I'm still in the shop, so I wanted to show you guys what I was talking about in the last video. Balloons. So, like, this is the pipe that goes right in front of the condenser radiator area. And so what I did is I ran some brake clean through it. Also tied a piece of clean t-shirt to a string and pulled it through like it was a gun barrel or something and cleaned it up. And then once I looked through it and I could tell it was very clean to the eye, I put on some balloons just to keep it dirt free until I can install it. And same for this pipe. This is another low pressure pipe, goes near the fender well. I did it the same way. So that those two are ready. This is ready. Of course, we got to do we'll do that some other time. Excuse the music, but here's another piece I have that I just went ahead and painted it back to black like it was. Some of them come aluminum and some of them are black apparently. So I just went ahead and painted it back black. But again, use the balloons on the ends, keep it clean inside. I cleaned it out, put those on, painted it. So all I'm doing is going through, getting all of my ducks in a row, getting everything clean and like brand new again before we do all the installing. For those of you like me that are do-it-yourselfers and stuff, you can go to AutoZone and you can rent this AC flush kit for $50 and they'll give you your money back when you're done with it. You can keep it for like 3 months if you have to, but I plan on just doing it for a weekend. What you do with it is you pressurize. You actually take the top off. Let's see here. Here we go. You take the top off. You fill it. I think it's got the instructions all on here. You fill it up probably about to here with some solvent, I think. And then you pressurize it and you hook your hose to the, whoops, I'm sorry. I'm not used to looking through the viewfinder here. So you put a little bit of solvent in it, then you pressurize it, and then you hook your hose to it, which is in the box. And then this is what we're going to use to clean the evaporator with, and you can also do it to clean your condenser. And I do plan on cleaning the condenser that way, and doing the evaporator. The evaporator is what's going to take the most time because you have to take it apart, clean it all so well, and put it all back together. And it's a trick. I mean, it's all kinds of stuff in there, and you got to put the expansion valve on it. So we'll get to that. That's the hardest part of the whole thing, I believe. All right, so we'll get back to it. Ran out of material last night, so let me just go back and say that this is a flush and clean. This was, I know it was $10. Could have been more than $10, and you only get 1 quart. 1 quart. Mineral spirits, which was in this container, but I decided to use the container, was $10 for, I guess that's a gallon. And then denatured alcohol at my local hardware store was $10. Now, for $20, I have a lot of material that I can use to flush out the condenser. So, all right. So anyway, that's my condenser. I've leak checked it and all that was good. So what I want to do today now is I want to run some cleaner through it. And this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to run some, just move that out the way. I'm going to run some mineral spirits through it. Then I'm going to go behind that with some denatured alcohol. I used this before, AC flush and clean, and it worked pretty good. It was very expensive, and later I found out that you could do what I'm doing here and it'll be just as good. This stuff here, however, had a lemony scent to it, and it smells good out of the bottle, but it kind of spilled over onto the evaporator, which I haven't cleaned yet. Spilled over on that, and I never could quite get it off, and it's kind of stank for a while in the pickup the last time I did it. So I'm trying to avoid all that this time. hand tight. Okay. Without reading instructions, best I can remember was you put some in. I better read the instructions. Alright, recover refrigerant, disconnect, voice spraying, all that stuff. Insert the probe end of the flush gun, yeah. Two voice. Fill the flush cylinder 1 to 2 pints of flush solvent. Let's see what a cup looks like. Oh, a cup is, I'm looking off in there. You can't see, but a cup's nothing. 2 cups it is. Okay, it's about to get loud. I got to cut the air compressor on. Alright, so we need to put a lot of air in it. That's gonna just be like that, I guess. Goodness, did you see that? I think there's some trash in there too. I thought that was pretty clean. Yeah, it is. This is why you want to do this. I remember doing this before. The air does not last long at all because it's not one of those that's continuously hooked up. So we're just gonna, you gotta do it like that a couple times. It's good to do it back and forth. You know, like from in here, and then we'll go the other way with it. Look at that. Boom. Alright. Now, we're not done. I just want to look at it. Yeah. There is some trash, and I think I can see, yeah, tiny pieces of, right there, some aluminum, which could have came from the compressor. But that's why we're doing this. We're just trying to clean everything up. Boy, it just flushed it all through there. That is nice. Oops. So last night I was flushing out the condenser that I wanted to use quite a bit, and I kept getting particulate out of it. And just to show you, this is just one coffee filter with, let's focus on it, with pretty big particulate. and you can see my thumb. I mean, look at it, you can see it. So I kept doing this over and over, and I would still get stuff, and I'm thinking, man, I really want to use that condenser, but I just don't know if I can trust it if it's never going to come clean. So this afternoon, ooh, focus, I did a lot of cleaning through it, and it got a lot better, almost to the point where I could trust it. And then I thought, you know what, I got 2 others. This is what's good about going to the junkyard, and when you see one, you get one, because they don't make them anymore. I know you can look on Rock Auto, but trust me, those are wrong. I ordered one of those. I've been 3 of those. They're too big right here. They're too big there. They will not, your current stuff will not screw to it. So the ones Rock Auto sells is wrong. Rock Auto does not have one of these. So anyways, I have extra. Now this one here is probably, I get them mixed up, but it's probably the one that came on my project truck. And if you look, you can't even tell on the camera, it's just slightly bent. And I didn't want to use it. I wanted one that was perfect. But turns out, you can't judge a book by its cover, because actually the fins look really good. It just needs a little cleaning, a little paint job. But it's also pretty clean inside. Really clean, actually. I've, from the first go-round, I just got a little oil out of it with the mineral spirits, and then I chased it with lots of alcohol. And for the first few batches of alcohol, I would just collect it, and you can't even see anything in there, but there's some tiny grit in there. So I did not reuse that. But some of the other, as it got cleaner, I would coffee filter it and reuse it just to flush and flush and flush. Because actually, I've gone through almost all this gallon. I'll go back and get some more. You know, so if I have to make a suggestion, you know, get yourself 2 gallons. Get 1 gallon going through your condenser and clean it like crazy. And then save a gallon to do your evaporator.